Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm awfully glad you're here. And if you're new here, thanks very much for stopping by. You know, I'm really excited about today's video because I'm going to be making clotted cream, the real deal. You know, in the past when I've had my tea parties, I've always just gotten one of those little jars that you can find, if you're lucky, at a specialty store or Whole Foods. And that's fine, that's real clotted cream from England. But it's very small amount. It's only about 6 ounces, and it can be very expensive. And the truth is, making your own clotted cream is actually very easy and a lot cheaper than that. You know, in my opinion, really, besides the tea itself, scones with clotted cream and jam are the stars of any afternoon tea. And in fact, there is another tea that they really are the star of, and that is a cream tea. All over Cornwall and Devon, England, you'll see little tea shops with signs out that are offering cream teas. And what you get is a pot of tea, a scone, and clotted cream and jam. And that's all it is. But a lot of people in the States don't know what clotted cream is. And once they hear the name, they really don't want to know. That was kind of my experience. The first time I was offered clotted cream on a scone, I was like, no, I'm good, thanks. It sounds like something that's gone off, but it's really very delightful. And oh my gosh. So what is it? Well, clotted cream really is heavy cream, high in butterfat, that has been cooked so slowly and on such a low heat that it has evaporated much of the moisture, and what you have left is this wonderful, creamy, thick concoction. Now, what it is not is it's not sweetened whipped cream, it's not mascarpone, it's not anything that's just a whipped regular cream that you might find. And you'll find recipes all over the internet, all over Pinterest, that call it mock Devonshire cream is a popular title I've seen. And it's fine, that's good too, that's nice, but it's not clotted cream. Now, the traditional method of making clotted cream is pouring heavy cream in a very shallow dish and putting that in the oven on a very low heat for anywhere from 10 to 12 hours. Yes, 12 hours. And once that's done, then you take it out, get it to room temperature, and then you put it in the refrigerator for what? Another 12 hours. So you're talking a long time. I mean, it's easy, but it just takes forever to get it done. And I don't know about you, but I really don't want my oven on for 12 hours. But there is a stovetop method, and that's what I'm going to do today. Now, I don't need to make a lot because it's very rich, and after you've made it, it's best eaten within just a few days. But I have here 2 cups, that's 1 pint or 437 milliliters of heavy whipping cream. Ideally, you want cream that's no less than 6 grams of fat per serving. And what I have here is 5 grams of fat per serving. So I'm adding 1.5 tablespoons or 21 grams of unsalted butter. That's unsalted butter. I'm going to cook that on low heat, stirring frequently so it doesn't scald or burn, and let it reach a rolling simmer. And I'm going to let that simmer for a while to let it get nice and thick and reduce by about 1/3. Okay, now as you can see, it has reached a nice little simmer. Nothing is sticking on the bottom. So I'm just going to let that go for a little while as it reduces. You're trying to evaporate a lot of the moisture so that what's left is this wonderful cream. Ultimately, what you're looking for here is sort of a thickened sauce. It might take a half hour to get it where you want it. Okay, it has been over 30 minutes, and I think we are ready. It's gotten nice and thick. And so I'm going to pour it up in my little baking dish here. This is a little loaf pan I just happen to have because I'm not making a lot of cream. Very often you'll see recipes online and they'll be doing like 2 pints, starting with 2 pints of cream. And I don't need that much. because once you've made it, it has to be eaten in about 5 to 8 days. All right. Now that is going to go in the refrigerator for at least 3 hours and probably overnight. Okay, it's been more than 6 hours and I couldn't wait overnight, so I will see how it turned out right now. Oh, that looks terrific. Look at that. That is so creamy and beautiful. That is so gorgeous. I love that. That turned out really beautifully. I'm going to put that in our jar. Oh, that's beautiful. That turned out so well. It's, oh my goodness, it is so thick and so creamy. Oh, this is gorgeous. The real test, of course, is going to be how it tastes on scones. Right, so this is what you'll get at a cream tea. You've got your pot of tea, your scone, your clotted cream and jam. So let's try it. I have my scone here. And let's put on some of this wonderful clotted cream. With a little bit of strawberry jam just on top. That's the way I do it. There is a great debate over which you put on first, clotted cream and then the strawberry jam, or strawberry jam first and then the clotted cream. And it depends really on where you live in England as to which you do. So it is a great debate, but either way, it's wonderful. Let's give it a try. That is wonderful. That is really wonderful. Thick, creamy. It's not sweet, but there is plenty of sweetness in the jam, and it is just a wonderful, light and bright and really flavorful addition to any scone. I hope you'll try this. It was really easy to do, and it didn't take near as long as the regular, the original way of making it, homemade clotted cream. One thing that is different is if you do the 12 hours in the oven and do it that way, then there is leftover whey or milk that is below what rises to the top. And you need to pour that off, and that ends up, you can use that in making scones or other baking that you might do. In this stovetop method, you will not have that. But this is still wonderful, and I'd give it a try. And it's a lot cheaper than what you buy in the jar. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and think about subscribing for more tea videos. Until next time, bye-bye.